Hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing good. Welcome back to another video. This week is a chill one. Last week I had a bit of a problem, I guess. I was losing my mojo a little bit, I think. And I needed to switch things up. And what I've decided to do is a couple of changes. For one, I'm gonna go open source-ish on Solo Studio. For this, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fork it for what I've got at the moment, remove all of the Supabase logic in the back end essentially, and replace it with a SQLite, super lightweight, basic database that anyone can go and download it if they want to use it and play about with the code and, make of it what they will. But to do that, I think I'm going to make sure it's really componentized. So if you wanted to, you could just pull out the time tracking component and use that. But that would be without the database logic. It would just be kind of like the front end. It will be in there, but then people can just use the component and tie up in whichever way they want. One reason for this is that I've realized I'm not that passionate about it. It's a cool project and it's something that I use day to day, which is cool, but I honestly just don't have the brain power and the energy to do it at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna tidy it up. It's just gonna take a while anyway, and then I'm just gonna open it up and people can use it, self-host it, do what they want. So that's one thing. Second is for spots. It's in a good place. Got some people testing it and it's doing okay. However, I want to update it to the new architecture for React Native. And as I was looking at doing this, I started to realize that the code base had become a bit of a mess. And there's some things that I haven't done very well. So what I've started doing is actually started a new project to use the new architecture. And that's with Expo again. Everything's going to be the same, but there's so many things that I noticed that I'd done that weren't great and I could do better. And it's actually been such a good process. I only started this yesterday, but I've already got the auth set up and figured out a new layout that works slightly better, some design changes, a better way of fetching the data and caching it. I'm making my own masonry list component because previously I was using a package from someone else and it works okay, but I can just make it myself and it works. So also apologies for, yes, I'm holding a lav mic, but this t-shirt is quite loose and it doesn't attach very well. So for any of the people who are really bothered about that, my bad. But yeah, I'm just going to be doing some work on that, and work's been a bit quiet this week, so having the time to work on these other things is pretty cool. So I just thought I would do a bit of an update on that. Yeah, I'm gonna do some work now. I'll probably pick this up again tomorrow. I'm gonna be probably at the WeWork, and I also need to go buy some coffee. So I'm gonna be doing that. And I'll probably do a run through of where Spots is currently at and what I'm gonna update, and also the Solo Studio stuff. And yeah, I'll keep updated for when that is out and about. And if anyone wants to use it, if any of the dashboard components, they're free to. So yep. There's my little update, and I will catch you later. Hey, how's it going? So I've had a pretty slow work day today, and I'm probably gonna head out shortly. I need to buy some coffee beans because I've run out, and that is never a good time. And I also have a couple of meetings later in the afternoon, but I've been working on spots and kind of redoing that at the moment. Also been doing outreach for new freelance work and things like that. So having a pretty slow day today. And I think a walk will do me good. I'm gonna go pick up some more coffee, read my book for a bit, and then get into meetings later. I'm having an interesting one at the moment with freelancing. I think it's going good, but I'm intrigued to see if with AI and things and a lot of cuts in software roles and stuff like that. I wonder how much things are going to shift, if more people are going to go freelance, or if people are going to leave the software engineering space, or the roles will evolve, which I think is most likely. But I'm also intrigued if more people will go freelance and go on their own and try and do things. It's definitely not the easiest path, and I'm feeling that at the moment, but it's an interesting one. I'd love to know your thoughts if you're watching this, what you think that's going to end up looking like. There's a lot of people saying AI are going to take jobs. And I really don't know about that. I think if that is the case, and a lot of companies start going more down the AI path, there's going to be a lot of, I'd say, technical debt, which is, I think, is a bit of a stupid term, because you're never going to pay that debt off, are you? Yeah, I think that it's going to cause more issues than benefits at the get-go. I think there's going to have to be a lot of refactoring of things, and a lot of, we're already seeing it with people vibe coding things and not knowing how to protect API keys and databases and things. So obviously these companies know how to do those things, but I just don't know. It's pretty nuts. I think we're going to be all right. Roles will evolve, but I think at the moment the best thing people can do is just get up to speed and learn on everything. Learn properly as well. I think if you use AI to do something, even if it's just fetching data from your database and how to sanitize that data and use it and display it, you could probably get AI to do that or an LLM to do that in a very short period of time. But then if you don't know how to do that, you're just putting off learning it. And I think the more you do that with things, the less you're learning. And I've done it with a few things. I've just been like on side projects and just trying things out, and you'll be implementing something and be like, oh shit, I actually don't know how that works. And you're not learning the fundamentals. And I think with that, it's important to do. You're just kind of pushing it off and off. You just learn it and you understand it. And then you can use an LLM to do it, because you know exactly what you're putting into your code base. But that was a very unexpected rant. I'm going to go and head out, get some coffee, because I'm desperately in need for it, and then crack on with some work. So I will catch you in a bit. Okay, goods secured. We went with Honest to Pete coffee roasters. I asked a few people on Threads what they recommend around Vancouver, because I've only really tried like a few of the bigger name ones, and I wanted to find some like local coffee roasters, and Honest to Pete's looks really nice coffee. Got an Americano from there, or some now call it a Canadiano. But yeah, super cool little spot, and interested to try it. I have drank too much coffee though so far, because I ended up jumping to another coffee shop just to do my meetings and some work on spots. Probably not going to have it right now. I will try it tomorrow morning, because it's a long weekend as well, which is sweet. Also been capturing some more on this Sony Handycam that I've used a few times, but it's like, I got it for super cheap back in the UK. Got it off eBay, and it was pretty much brand new. And yeah, it's actually so fun to shoot on this, because I shoot on my phone normally, and actually having a camera is a lot nicer. I've always been a camera person, but for my actual like stills photography, I still use an A6000, which is pretty bob on, to be honest. Still, we've used that for shoots and all sorts, me and my partner. Even some photo shoots for brands and stuff that we've done, we've used that. Got some really nice lenses for it, so didn't really need to upgrade the body, but it sucks at shooting video, so I still use my phone because it works well. But at some point, I'm gonna get a proper camera because I much prefer it. It also feels less, weirdly, when I film stuff on my phone in front of people, it feels weird for some reason. I think if you have a camera, people are a bit more receptive to it. That's probably just a me thing, and trying to give myself an excuse to get a new camera. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, you can tell I've had coffee, can't you? I'm gonna do some more work on spots. I have literally rebuilt it and I'm so much more happy with it already. I've set up caching from the get-go for using MMKV, which is pretty easy to use. And what I'm finding is that redoing this process is really beneficial so far, because I'm thinking about things that I've already know are an issue, and bringing data from the back end was sometimes very janky in the current iteration of it. So bringing in proper caching from the get-go and local storage is going to be so much better for the whole experience. And I'm going to work more on the UI to make it a bit more fun. Apps should be fun, and there's a fine line between like clean and boring, I feel. But I want it to be clean, but with a little bit of something. And especially because this is location based, I think it needs to be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on and do that, and then probably do a bit of an update later. Okay, so as I was filming this, something's obviously gone wrong with my audio. I think my camera wasn't connected, so future me whilst I'm editing this. This was the whole outro and explaining of what I'm up to, and I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of forgotten what it was. I think I basically was struggling to get the React Native app to compile, and I was just discussing like the intricacies of moving from different like frameworks and platforms and stuff, and the things you have to remember, and just little nuances that sometimes get in the way from you actually building something. It's things not compiling or slightly breaking or whatnot. So yeah, that was basically what I was saying. Thanks for watching. Drop me a comment, let me know what you're up to. Give it a like if you liked it, and dislike if you didn't. And yeah, please subscribe. I'll catch you next time.